Hi everyone. How are we all doing? Hope we're good. Where did... There it is. I had to find the outfit that we were on. Success. I did. Um... This can go... Um... This can go... I didn't know you could exit out of things. But anyway, how are we all doing? Good, I hope. My desk looks so naked because I have. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Um, I had like a desk mat or whatever, but I'll forget that that's there. But that's okay. A desk mat or whatever, but I had to clean it because I was painting the other day, and it was and so I tried to get all the stains out because I got paint all over it. Which honestly, I have half in mind. I'm gonna check if it's dry. She's too naked. I think it's still wet. But I'm gonna put it on my desk anyway. Because I missed her. Oh. Damn, you can barely see him. I don't know why I'm so twisted about it. Just kidding, I do know. I don't like when things are stained. That's not fine. They can't arrest me for that. Well, unfortunately, everything I could possibly fit on my desk is on my desk at all times. That's just how it goes. Whoops. Okay, clicked on something. Whoops. I don't look corrupt browsing. No. Limo, sorry. Okay, that's all good. Got it. Gotcha. Okay. Much better. Um. Hi, Kat. How are you? Just got all my stuff back on my desk.
I really gotta figure out a better way to organize it, or I need a bigger desk, or both. There we go. Kind of. Not really. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's jump in. So true. Don't look at mine. It is quite dusty. F11. This is the one we left off on. I think I graded this one. It was 1 for boring and 1 for man in a suit despite the sequins. Had he taken off his suit jacket and worn just the sequin shirt, he probably would have gotten a 1 for boring. I think I might owe Gudetama an apology. Why? What did he do? Sorry if I did last time. I got too comfy in bed. Sleepy. No shame about that. Sometimes you gotta get to bed. And that is not a crime. They can't arrest you for that. Okay, well now I gotta Google it. Pulling him up. Oh. He is a guy who's trying to look like... Oh. Oh no! Oh. Wow, I hate that so bad. But to be fair, you shouldn't be nice to Gudetama because this guy wouldn't exist without Gudetama. So Gudetama hate still legal. Okay, anyway. All right, moving on. I'm bored. Gudetama looks... Fuck you, Gudetama. He was quite creepy. I am very upset that they put him in the game. But no matter. This is a, you know... I have pinned down another Met Gala crime. Hello! Ugh. And the Met Gala crime is these weird fuck-ass feathers. Well, this is the first outfit we've seen since I kind of stalled. A little bit. This was the one we left off on last time. This is the one we're looking at now. I was stalling. This one's boring, and it's also committing the Met Gala feather crime. I do think it's really weird how it looks kind of like blood almost, and how they look like cuts. It actually kind of freaks me out a little bit. So I think we're gonna have to go with a crisp 1 on this. 0. That is a man in a suit. Just because your bow tie is slightly bigger does not mean it is any better. Come on, buddy. All right, now you're too tall. There we go. 0. Okay, have fun. Oh my god, another man in a suit. We are off to a terrible start. 0. Okay. This is really boring. 1. Okay. Oh. Okay. Very regal. Could be huge. I love embroidery work. I think that's really fun. I feel like we don't get a whole lot of it at the Met Gala. We get some. Like, I'm not saying it's never there, but it's not very frequent. I do like how the bodice looks like a tree. The colors aren't my favorite, though, and the necklace is hysterically large. It's throwing me off a little bit. But that's okay. I'm pretty neutral on this one. I think I'm going to give it a 5. It's pretty good, but I'm not wowed. Man in a suit, 0. What did you want from me? really don't like the color of this one. It's giving me the ick. Good stuff. So what are we doing? Ow. What are we doing? I don't like it. It's like, it's too fleshy. You know what I mean? Like this dusty pink color, this area in particular, like once it gets down to the ground, it's fine. But I think the under fabric, which they put the pockets are inverted. Turn out your pockets. So she did, and there's just feathers in there. Yeah, I don't like this one. It's okay. This one, I forget what did I give that one guy who had the fun suit on? He was like one of the first people we saw. What was he? I think he was like a 4. I think this is also a 4. Because this one's kind of stealing the dress version of it, and the other one had green in it and had like faces in it, no, it wasn't faces, sorry, it was like a body. This one's less fun for me personally, but still good. I think this one's a 6. Could be better. Let's lock in. Now, I would like to preface. This is a man in a suit, but I really, really, really like the pattern. Like, this is a lot of fun. On principle, I can probably only give him a 1. And also the shirt is really pissing me off because it doesn't match in my brain. Please wear a different colored tie. Like a white one would have been great. And then the purple shirt would have been fine. Because there's purple in the suit. Just not enough for it to really make a whole lot of sense to me. But this is good. Also, I think exactly. So true. Thank you, Grandma. So fashionable. Yeah, this one's really fun. Again, unfortunately, it has to be in 1 because it's literally just a guy in a patterned suit. But I like it. Keep it up, buddy. Oh, wow! That's crazy. This one's really interesting. I like the one-armed situation we've got going on. That's really cool. And I like the tattered look on the bottom. I'm scared though. It is really weird. I agree. It's the double hands is uncomfortable. Same thing with the other lady who had 4 arms. That one was also very uncomfortable, and the one where the guy had like another guy like looking over his shoulder, that one wasn't very fun either. This has a similar vibe to it where there's like more than one body part that shouldn't be there and it's not good. But as a concept, I really like this. It's really, really cool. 7. I really like it. And I think there's even texture on it, which I think is really, really great. This one's very funny to me. I don't like the lace, but I'm charmed by it. Like, the pattern of the lace isn't my favorite thing. I'm not a huge lace fan. I'm very picky when it comes to lace. Lace kind of bothers me in most circumstances. But this one's a lot of fun. I kind of like it. What did I say for this one? 7? This one might have to be an 8. This one might have to be a 7. Because I'm charmed by it in a different way. Like, this one I find endearing. and it's giving Descendants. But the other one I was like, whoa, you know? So, yeah. 7, very good. This one's really boring. I do think, well, it's okay. It is boring. But it's also cool. I'm confused. It's giving capital. True, it is. Um, again, not that interesting, so I think I'm going to give it a 2. But I do like that this side is smoother than this side, and this one's like really textured. Especially down at the bottom here. I think that's really interesting. So it's not half and half in terms of color, it's half and half in terms of texture, which I think is very unique. So 3. 3. Eh. Eh. I don't like the fabric difference here. The buttons are really pissing me off. This is giving something that we would have seen last year. And that's no good for me, personally. The top doesn't match, I'm with you. And I don't think I would have liked it even if the top had matched the bottom, because I don't like the bottom either. I like if the top has potential. The buttons piss me off, but I like the shapes that we have going on, and then we have the skirt. It's bad. 2. This is very boring. I like it, but it's boring. 3. 4. 4. Ooh. This one's so cool. Like, there are characters and they're like interacting with the things. There's movies, there's a bridge, there's a train. There's sewing, climbing for some reason. I really like this one. But it's like, I'm impressed. I think because it's pretty suitly, I'll have to be reserved. 6. But I do really like it. It's an 8 in my heart. That's so cool. What's with the leather daddy? Who invited him? Who invited the leather daddy? I'm so it's alright. It's not my favorite. There are cooler, sexier ways to incorporate leather. I don't like the cop look. It's really bothering me. 1. It's also boring. Sorry, buddy. This guy is the comfiest motherfucker here. Somebody forgot to take his coat at the door. I like it though. I love the comforter look. He's sleeping through dinner for sure. Night, dude. Did you have a good nap? Good morning. Yeah, there's not much here. I do think the coat's really funny, so I think this is another 1, but well, okay, 2, because I'm charmed by your coat. Have a good 2. Oh wow, this one's a lot to look at. I like the outfits that seem like they would be really loud, and this one seems like it would be moderately loud. It like in the literal sense. Not loud visually. This is very loud visually. I mean like loud auditorily. Um, it's alright. I like the shape of it a lot. I feel like if it were different colors and maybe less patterned, I would be like less, whoa. Um, but the shape is a lot of fun. Uh, two. This is pretty boring, but I love chainmail. Or whatever the hell this is. Sandal. 1. This is giving Macy's clearance, actually. Yeah. It's alright. She's giving a little bit heroin chic. Her makeup reminds me of a little someone I used to know. If she were younger. Or didn't do drugs. Or whatever. You know who I'm talking about. And she looks eerily similar. And I'm kind of freaked out. Okay. Have a good one. Folks, we are making waves here at Met Gala 2026. This is a woman in a suit. What a momentous occasion. 0. Whoa. Wiener! Wiener on the suit! Wiener on the suit! Wiener on the suit! Wiener! Wiener on the suit! That's so funny! He has a wiener on his suit! Hell yeah! The suit is cool though, despite the wiener. In fact, the wiener is a very critical part to the suit. Shoes are also really weird. I think I'm gonna give him a 1 because the wiener on the suit is very funny. And also, it is a really cool optical illusion. I wish they had continued it in the pants. I don't know why they pussied out and only did the shirt. Like, that really pisses me off. Also, him dyeing his hair for the occasion is also very funny to me. I don't know who this guy is, but I hope you're having a good day. Oh, vintage. Interesting. Yeah. 1. 0, 1. What? Hello? You're boring. You're boring. Goodbye. Whoa. Okay. Now we're fucking cooking. This one is so cool. It's beaded and the beading is very particular. That's fucking crazy. No wiener though. Points off for no wiener. We didn't want to commit to the wiener? Huh? We didn't want to commit to wiener? Pussy shit, to be honest. I do like how much wider it makes him. I do think that's very funny. It is really, really cool though, because it's like statuesque and you can tell that it's like a male body, but it also feels like a pattern in its own right, in particular this area, which I think is really, really cool. And the feet. Really awesome. Oh, wait, did that other guy match the Met Gala backdrop? Wait! Was he fucking doing camouflage? I didn't even realize! That's so funny. Wait, what the fuck? Should he get more points for that? I'm so charmed. He said, I'm gonna dress like the Met Gala. That's so funny. I think he got a 1. He was already like an 8 in my heart. We'll even it out with a 5. Enjoy your 5. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Okay, this one's an 8 though, as well. This one's really, really cool. Good 8. Okay, man in a suit 0. Don't know what you're even doing here. Hers is very interesting to me because it's like a texture we don't normally see at the Met Gala, but it is kind of boring. 1. The green is an interesting choice. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I really like this. Because it acknowledges fan painting. Yes, the fan top is really good. It acknowledges fan painting as an art form, which I think is really good. And her dress also kind of has that, like, Japanese may, or whatever the hell the word is. I don't remember. I don't think it's that. I think I'm lying to you. But, like, back during the Impressionist era, Japanese art styles and, like, motifs were big in America. So that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's a little bit plain in terms of, like, shape. But I like it quite a bit. I think it'll get a 4. I like it. This one, though, it's got a little intrigue to it, and we're hitting the naked, the pseudo-naked top again. This one's less obvious in comparison to other ones, but this one's really, really cool. I like this one a lot. I think it's going to be another 8. I don't love the skirt. And that's not a crime. They can't fucking arrest me for that. Okay, bye. Wow. What am I looking at? It looks like she just rolled out of the bath in a weird way. The bed or the bath. And the shoes are so fucking funny. Who made those? They do look really uncomfortable. The outfit itself looks comfortable, but they were like, you look too comfy. Let's make walking a living hell for you. Wine glass shaped. True, they are. And they're even wine red to match. So that's good. Oh, no. Like, 1, I fear. Like, it's so bad. Bye. Oh, interesting. I don't like it very much. Again, I don't like lace that much, so lace is hard to impress me with. As soon as you put lace in it, I get really meh about it. The shape of it is also a little funky. But this is one of the few examples of a dress where I can see her legs through it, and I'm not bothered by it. I'd wear when my husband dies under mysterious circumstances. True. This one, no, I'm just kidding. Her earrings are cool. I think a 2. The body shape is interesting. It's a 2, I think. Don't love the lace. Ooh. It just looks like they smudged paint all over it. That's really funny. Unfortunately, it is just a suit, so it is going to be a 1, but I like, well, okay, a 2. A 2 because you're on theme, but that's about as good as I can give you, I fear. We could have gone really crazy with this, but this literally just looks like they threw paint on it and then pushed her out and called it a day, which feels lazy to me. But 2. Goodbye. Why does it feel like I've seen this one before on this exact woman? Man in a Suit Zero. Hers is weird. Very, very interesting. I like. She reminds me of a geode a little bit. I kind of like it. Because I'm not a huge fan of like random beading like this, but because it reminds me of a geode, it looks purposeful. Like they did it, the random beading for a reason rather than it just being like random beading for the sake of having random beading. I also like that her bag matches, and I like that it's not a very cute looking bag. Exactly, an open geode. If that's what they were going for, they definitely did a good job. I think a 4. The other texture is a little weird. I like it, but I don't. No, I think I do like it. I don't like the necklaces. And the bag is pretty bad. 4. Classic. Wait, is this supposed to be Day in the Park? This is bad. Hold on, let me get the painting that they're inspired by. Because knowing what painting this was inspired by, well, at least I think it is. It might not be. No, okay, it definitely is. There's no way it's not. It's this one. So, like, this one has a lot of depth. It has a lot of pointillism in it. This, if you were inspired by this painting would have been the perfect opportunity to have beaded the entire fucking thing. Like, this guy right here is this guy right here. And then the lady is right there. Doesn't look perfect, but I like it. It reminds me of... Oh, I think that's hand embroidered. Oh, wow. I think the people are beaded, and then it's hand embroidered. Oh. Put this away, slut. But no, it does not look perfect. I cannot help but laugh. But currently lurking. Good luck on vampire crawlers. Thank you for the lurk. Good to hear from ya. But yeah, I can see why you would be charmed. It reminds me of like a child's painting, like a kid's version of the painting a little bit. And I know that's probably not what they're going for, but I kind of like seeing it that way. It makes it endearing. I like that it's inspired by a specific painting, though, as well. That is a huge plus. So I think this one's going to be a 6, because I think it's a little goofy looking, especially at such an expensive event. I would hope for better. But live your dreams, whoever made this. Fuck yeah. You made it. Despite me thinking it's a little goofy looking. I also like, again, okay, 7. Because it's hand embroidered, and I really appreciate that as well. This is really cool. 7. Man in a Suit, 0. Oh. This is pretty boring, but I like the way the fabric is textured. I think that's cool. Not much I can do for you, though. It is just a 1. Have a good one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes. Dude, I love gay people at the Met Gala. Fucking rocks. I love the shape. Like, the silhouette of it is really, really cool. This one also, you will always be strange. Exactly. So true. You will always be strange, but nothing but respect. Like, this is not a diss. I really like that it like the necklace is almost like indiscernible from the rest. I like the beading. It is really random. Well, it's not random beading. You could tell that they did. It's a pattern, but it like matches the flow of the dress. It's not distracting. It's really cool. I like the different textures. They're also not distracting. They feel cohesive. The feather is really funny to me. It's not my favorite thing in the world. So I think this one's a 6, 7, 6, 6. Not my thing, but I respect it. In a good way. True, you're right. That is a really fun way to look at it. Okay, 7. You can have a 7, but it has a lot of things about it that I don't personally like. Like, again, this much beating is a bit much for me. But good stuff, buddy. This is so funny. Who did this to you? This is the most feather we've seen so far. Like, a lot of feathers that they use at the Met Gala, the feather crimes that they commit, tend to be very, like, they're very small feathers. These are very long feathers. Looks like she stumbled across. Yes, she does. And it's a little goofy. Kind of camp. A little bit. Two. I don't have a good reason for it. 2. Oh. Man in a suit, 0. I really like hers, though. I think this is a really good and interesting play on art versus craft. Oh, damn, her shoes are also really fucking weird. Because a lot of Eurocentric freaks tend to argue that traditional, like, at least this is what it reminds me of. I don't know that this would be accurate. But in a lot of indigenous cultures, a lot of their traditional art forms are considered crafts because they are repetitive, not made by white people, realistically. Repetitive and, like, samey. Like, it doesn't require any imagination, which is not true. Picking the colors for the patterns and knowing what you're doing, that's all skills, and that's all artful. So I think having this, I love you, purple. Purple's also huge. So having this remind me of a woven basket in a place where we're talking about fashion being art, considering crafts being art, I think is a good play on it. I think this is really, really cool. If that is the intention, I have no idea, obviously, but I do really like the colors. The colors are really cool. The different textures are really interesting, but you can all tell that they're cohesive. The boning, I think that's boning, is also really interesting, that it's shaped that way. Her hair is also really cool. I don't know what the fuck this is, but we'll ignore it because I don't get it. I think an 8. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, well, this is pretty boring. I like your necklace. 1. Sam Pinkleton. Man in the suit. 0. He's posing. Man in a suit. 0. Man in somehow less than a suit. What the fuck? You come in your hoodie or some shit? 0. Fuck you. Classic. Am I a little annoyed that it's just fully printed onto the fabric? Yes. A little more than annoyed, actually. This is really annoying. It's kind of ugly. I'm not a huge fan of printed fabrics. Patterns, printed. You know what I'm saying? Kohl's discount section. Exactly. Because printed fabrics, not printed fabrics in the literal sense, but like it's a picture fully printed onto a fabric, not the actual process, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm very upset by this. The flowers in your hair are cute. 1. And doing a little off-shoulder thing doesn't matter. It's had this dress been printed like this, I would have wanted to see either something added onto the painting to make it look either more like the painting, like making it have texture or something going on there, or I would have wanted the outfit itself to play with the image, like having the printed fabric be sheer on top of something else, so you know that it's water lilies and you are being inspired by water lilies. I think that's the title of the painting. This is a Monet. Being inspired by water lilies or whatever, or the bridge, I forget. Whatever Monet painting this is. But like, so you took the painting and worked with it and were like, retrofitting it to whatever you were doing. This just feels like you're taking the painting and putting it on. I think that's a little bit boring, and I feel like we should be focusing on the fact that fashion is an art form, not necessarily art can be made into fashion. You know what I mean? I think that's a bit boring and a cop-out. 1. Ooh. Normally, I don't like this kind of thing, but they did a really, really good job with the bodice. I wish they had cut it off and made it like a flapper-style dress. Like they did a bunch of tassels and then cut it off at the knees. I think that would have been really, really pretty. She's on the Today Show. Hey, girl. Hope you're doing good at the Today Show. I like that she wore the rubber bracelet. I know that's probably bad form or whatever, but whatever she's standing for here, am charmed by. I think this one's gonna be... I also like the hexagon-shaped bracelet watch thing. I don't know. I think it's a watch. I don't know. I kind of like it. 4? 4. Because I don't like the tiered thing we have going on. It's not my favorite. 4. Ooh. Ooh. Sir, can you put that on? Hold on. It's so fucking cool. It is a fucking sword. And I think it's like wrapped in fabric. Or it is fabric or something. I don't know. It rocks though. And this is a fencing helmet. I thought it was a hat at first with a weird mesh top, but it's a fencing helmet. Hold on. Here he is with the helmet on. Oh, this was him last year. We took a lot of inspiration from him, but anyway. A little pose for you. He was having a fucking blast in this, I just know it. That rocks. And not only is it a really cool play on fashion, because like a fencing like uniform or outfit in the modern sense doesn't really feel like something that's fashionable. That's not something that you wear as an art, like as a statement piece. It's definitely a functioning piece of clothing. So playing with that is really cool. Um, and then on top of that, all of the paintings and things on top of it. I also really like the texture. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm a big fan. 9. 9. Good stuff. Oh, wow. Hello? 0, man in a suit. 1, you're boring. This isn't prom. What are we doing? Very excited for the fella in the back. So true. They're both gonna get 1s, but I like them. Oh. I'm bored. 1. Ooh. This one's really interesting. I think it's playing with the Japanese art style kind of thing again. This is also really trippy somehow. The black is giving curtains. Ooh, it is. I kind of like it. Curtains. I think that low-key made it cooler for me somehow. Like you're peeking out into your backyard and it's a beautiful sunset. That's this. Beautiful sunset core. I like it a lot. 6. Good stuff. I'm bored. Why isn't it floor length? 1. Yes! Yes, boys! So true! Yes. 1's all around, but I like that. I like it. I like the Great Wave. It's a fun print. Sue me. I don't know what the other one is referencing, but I like that one too. Good stuff, guys. 1s. Woohoo! Yippee! Oh, wow. This one's really cool. Very subtle. The bottom is very boring. I agree. And I think it would have been really, really cool had we played with this like nature idea a little harder. It, for some reason, it's giving Adam and Eve because of the snake necklace. So I'm like, the monkeys are Adam and Eve, obviously. And then the snake is the evil snake, which probably doesn't make sense. And probably isn't what they were going for, but for some reason that's where my brain went to. I think it would have been really, really interesting had the bottom been jungly-er, you know, because we have the wood and the sculptures of the monkeys, and then the snake, which is also a jungle animal, and then like some leaves or something, or maybe it had been green. I think that would have been really fun. I do really like this, though. I'm going to add to our list sculptural elements. Statues / Roman Greek statues / Greek. Okay. Good stuff. I like this a lot, but because it's boring, I think I'm going to give it a 7. 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because I really like the monkeys. I think they're silly. I also like the tails. The tails are fun. Good stuff. Oh. Interesting. I'm... The skirt's really boring, so another boring one. I like a lot of the top. It's really interesting, especially because it's a very, like, masculine-looking thing to me. Like, old-timey masculine, what the hell? Like, royal coat. Putting that on a woman is always funky and fresh. But I'm not all that compelled. I do like the texture of this, though. Did I put the weird collar on this thing yet? Weird clown collar. For some reason, that's been pretty consistent. There's been several collars, so I think this one's a 3, 2. Hello, man in a suit 0. I love purple. It's a unique color. This is a little bit boring, though. I am also confused. Ooh, can you move your hand? There's, like, a strip of fabric that, like, loops around right here. I think it might go all the way around her back. I can't really tell. Knowing that someone modeled this bothers me a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. It does, though. Met Gala outfits feel like they should be exclusively displayed at the Met Gala. But that might just be because I'm really picky and evil. But then again, it's like, why'd you make it if it was only going to be for one night? But a lot of these things you're obviously only going to wear for one night, so... Anyway, it's supposed to be art. It's not supposed to be, an outfit, if we're being honest. This one feels like an outfit. I do like the purple, though, and I do like the loop-de-loo. I think there's been a lot of those. Weird wrap around in some way, shape, or form. I forgot to spell Dutch's name. On opposing ends. 2, I guess. I forget if I... Ooh! Ooh! No way! It's the... Hold on. I think it's supposed to be this sculpture. Winged Victory of Samothrace, or whatever. Trace, or... Which is really cool. It's one of my favorite statues. That fucking rocks. And it's really subtle in there, but you can still tell. I almost wish they had made the fabric like the worn down kind of color, because that was what I really, really liked about the corset bodice piece of that other one, with the one with the freaky hands that looked like a Jesus painting, or like a Jesus era painting. I'm referring to the Renaissance era. Lamau. I even know this stuff, but I'm just annoying. But anyway, I I think it would have been really cool to add these colors to this, but otherwise, this is really fucking awesome and easily recognizable as the thing that they're trying to, like, rip from. So, really good stuff. Nah, 8. 8. 8. Good stuff. Oh, another freaky hand one. I don't... I have mixed feelings on it. On the one hand, I love interestingly and uniquely shaped top pieces. I'm charmed by that. I also really like hands, I think are interesting. I think depicting intimacy in art is something that I really enjoy doing and also seeing in subtle ways like this. But for some reason, the fact that they're man hands really bothers me. I'm gonna need to see some girly hands. They need to be moisturized, dainty, fingernails painted. Like, I need you to make them look like stereotypically feminine for me to like the top on this. Like, get these man hands out of here. Also, the rest of it is kind of boring. But I got really distracted on my mixed feelings on it. Because there's also an element to be said about woman's place in art across history. And is this a statement on it? Is this sexualizing the female form for the male gaze? What is the intention here? Because it does focus on her body more than the actual fashion itself, which bothers me, I think. Love the skirt, though. Really cool skirt. Big fan. Like the idea. Gives me the ick, though. Four for ick. Because it is cool. Sorry, despite the ick. I don't like it. It's boring. 1. Full, spoiler alert for that one. That one I'll have feelings on. Anyway, this one's fine. It's a little bit boring. I don't know what's going on here, but it's fine. 1. Well, 1, very cool. I don't think I've ever, in, my years, attending the Met Gala, I don't think we've ever seen, a wheelchair-bound person at the Met Gala, so that's really cool. I like her hair. It's interesting. Oh, the first person. Okay, that makes sense. Congrats, girl. Your outfit isn't that good, though. Sorry, queen. We could have gone bigger. I don't know. The puffs on her sleeves really bother me. And I don't like the texture of the cross in it either. It's, 2? 1. It's a 1. Sorry. I don't like it that much. Good stuff, though. Congratulations. Happy for you. This one's also really boring. I like that we went for a new way to add extra fabric for no reason. by making it a veil, and I appreciate that um that forethought. We decided to go a little interesting with it. I can appreciate that. However, it's still boring. 1. Texture could have been huge, but it wasn't. I'm a little disappointed. The shape of it's really cool, but this feels like a red carpet movie premiere dress to me. I do really like the sleeves, though, and the shape of the bottom. So I'm gonna give it a 2. A 2 feels fair. Enjoy your 2. Man in a suit, 0. Goodbye. Ugh. My God, how... Okay, I do have to run an ad and go to the bathroom, so I will be right back. We will get back to this guy when I return. But I will get back to this guy when I return. I will be right back. The shoe. Okay, we're going to talk about him right now. You're absolutely right. Because the shoes are fucking crazy. Are these supposed to be like wolf heads? Because these look like teeth. Scar across his face. Are these dragons? Cthulhu in the ocean? I think this is like monsters and stuff. Because these also look like monster beast faces with the teeth and the beads. On the whole, it's kind of ugly. The colors are very confusing. They don't feel very cohesive. It has the beading crime that I don't like, but the being things is really cool. And I like the concept, and also the shoes are kind of fucking sick. I like the bear shoes. I would wear those. Storytelling wise, like, this is really, really interesting. But visually, I don't think I like it that much. So I'm gonna give it a 5 to stay neutral. I do really like where we were going with it, though. I appreciate the effort. Anyway, I really have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Everybody sit tight during the ad. Okay, I'm back now. Whoa. Thank you. It is good to be back. I don't think I like it. It's combining sequins with feathers, which is really weirding me out. The boning on the corset is drop dead. And so is the lace. I really like the corset. We're committing the crime. Ugh. And why'd you give her, like, the most abhorrent shoes I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life? It's alright. It's a little bit boring. I do really like the corset, though. 2. No. No. It's not very good. 1. Ugh. The hands on this one are especially freaky. But putting her arms all the way in gloves to make it harder to see her hands is really, really interesting. Can you move the fingers? I'm not sure. I think I have to add hands. Hands. Double body parts. I don't like the bottom. I can tell you that for free. Much like I'm telling you all of these other things for free. But I do think the sculptural element's great. I do think the gloves is a really good move. But this also has the same problem that the other one did, except it is girl hands, and I'm still bothered a little bit. But I think it's mainly because they're not only right here, they're also down here. I don't know. Six. It's cool. 6. Oh. Interesting. First of all, topless woman, huge. I don't like the shorts. The shorts are really funny. They're really goofy. I understand why they did it. It was so you could see the legs, but the legs don't match. Like it's not the same gold, which bothers me. I wish they had highlighted the legs a little harder. I think it would have been a little more interesting to have done that. I also think it's interesting how they almost inverted how it typically is. Like, almost as if like, where her, where her actual legs end is kind of the part that gets pushed back, which I think is interesting. I think that's an element that I would have liked to have kept in the version I'm inventing in my brain. But yeah, the gold, it's not the same gold. It bothers me. I also don't like the color or texture of the weird suit, and also it's just a suit and your hat looks dumb. 1. Eh, it's fine, I guess. No, it's not actually. I actually hate it. The texture's weird. 1. Oh. This is just a fucking dress. 1. 0. The quick change. 0. Yeah. You've earned it. I was really bored. This is interesting. Not at all. 1. Hello, Anna Wintour. How are you doing? Always wearing some slop. Love the colors, though. I do think it's very interesting how it's beaded. I like the stony look, like a stone pathway. I hate feathers, though. We all know that. It's neat, though. We tried. 2. Oh. We know I love the embroidery floss. Drip look. That is not a crime. They can't arrest me for that. It is a little bit nothing burger, though. 2. I like how they cut it, though. They used this to break up the dress a little bit, which made it seem like there was something going on with the fabric, but there wasn't. 2. Oh, no. Who hurt you? Who did this? Why are your shoes so ugly? Why does it look like that? Why is it sheer? Back with dinner? My fucking condolences, dude. I'm sorry you're back with dinner on the worst outfit, I think, of all fucking time. Highlighter yellow. Sheer skirt with polka dots on it. And fucking, like, gemstones. Some of which are missing. Why are there gemstones on it? Why is it sheer? Ugh. 1. Ugh. So, being a yellow and short, like, what is this, man? Like, there are respectable yellows. This yellow could be a respectable yellow if we used it responsibly. But we are not using it responsibly. I'm sorry that people use yellow so horribly. What's happening? I'm very curious about the shapes we have chosen. I wonder if this is inspired by something, but if it is, I don't know it. Very confusing to me. A little abstract. 1. I don't really know what else to say about it. Butterfly? Maybe. But there's also this down here, which is the same color as this. Which maybe that could be a butterfly too, but it's not interesting enough for me to look up a different angle. So I'm just not going to. This one's very interesting. I'm going to add patterns, prints from other paintings / prints other. Because this one looks like a marble carving. The woman on her head is very funny to me, and will definitely make her get a lower score. And the fact that I think her nipples are gemstones is very funny to me as well. I'm very bothered by this. The dress itself was cool and had me and had me for a minute. But then I looked at the headpiece and I'm not so interested anymore. But I do think I am going to have to add wire headpiece. Which we already did a wire thing for my 2025 outfit, so I don't think we're going to do that, but I will add it to the motif list anyway. I do really like this color. It is really cool. I wish it were one dedicated dress. I'm not sure how I feel about the cut, or I wish they had done something else to kind of cut the two a little bit. And we also committed sandal crime. I hate that shit. 3, I think. Oh, interesting. I like this. It's almost like we're in the middle of making something, which was an element of last year's that I really enjoyed. I liked playing with that idea of something being a work in progress, or like not necessarily mimicking what would be a work in progress. Like you can tell that this is finished, but like it's highlighting the process itself, which I like. It's a little bit boring, and I don't love the patterns on the bottom. But it does give it a reason to be sheer, which I think is nice. I like when things have reasons to have sheer in them. 2. Classic. We are running out of time for Alton Mason to be here. I'm very nervous. How many Met Galas are you allowed to go to in a row? Be honest. Is Alton Mason falling off? Please say psych. Please say psych. Okay, anyway. I'm a little bit bored. It's cool, though. It does remind me of, like, a king shirt or, like, a prince shirt or whatever from medieval times, but it's, like, it's fine. 1. This one's really funny. It's bad in so many ways. Like, what the hell is this? What the fuck is this? What the hell are you wearing? What the fuck is going on? 1. Okay. This one is a little bit boring, but I kind of like it. I like the colors that we picked. I like that it looks Greek goddessy. I don't like the earrings. I know what we're going for. That doesn't mean I like it, though. Like the peacock feathers. I think that's cool. But they feel disjointed from the rest of the outfit. So I think 2. Ooh. I was looking at an outfit earlier, and I kind of wanted a piece like this, but like asymmetrical, and I think this one almost does what I wanted it to do. Not quite, but almost. I also like the colors of it. The top is a lot of fun. I don't love the skirt as much. Just because it's lace, and this is my least favorite kind of lace, where it's like indecipherable what you're looking at. It makes me really upset. I think there might actually be 2 layers, which might be why I'm upset. The necklace is also really too much for me personally, but I really like the top part. 4. 0 for men in a suit, obviously. These kind of remind me of sensor bars. A little bit. Which is, if that's what we're going for, I would be charmed a little bit, but I would be confused as to how that would relate to the theme. The lace is also very weird. I'm very confused by it. It looks a little bit like we're in jail. I don't know. 1, I think. I'm not compelled. Shape's a little weird. This one's another one that has the beating crime, and it's also boring. 1. Ooh. I don't know what this thing is, but I like this one. Beaded in a most elegant fashion, and we've got a little texture breakup with the extra fabric, which I think this one, I know I complain about extra fabric for no reason. I think this one was necessary. Because I feel like if it was just a straight beaded dress, I would have been like, boring. But because of this, it breaks it up a little bit. And I think also the design of it reminds me a little bit of a peacock, which I also like. 6. No! That was the last one! No! Yeah. Wait, what the hell? Only 255? Weren't there 300 last year? No Alton Mason! Dude, we have to kill ourselves. I'm so pissed. Ugh, whatever. I'm so sad. Alton. Where are you? Yeah! But luckily, this means we can design our outfit for Alton Mason, which in my brain is what I typically do. I'm like, what would I want Alton Mason to wear? Which is so dumb. But anyway, so we are about halfway through stream. We've got a couple of options. There's a logical one and then a couple of options. Yeah. So I could, 1, start designing the Met Gala outfit, which typically I don't do. Like, normally I wait a day or so to kind of sleep on what we've seen. And also normally we don't finish this early. Mostly it's that. 2, we could do Twitch graphics, let the Met Gala kind of simmer. We give myself some time to mull it over before coming up with any really cool, awesome ideas. Or 3, I end stream early because I have to pack for my trip. Which is the logical option, if you hadn't guessed. So, what? Yeah. I don't want to pack, really. So, realistically, I should probably just end stream to go pack. Which I don't really want to do. But I will, because honestly, if I get off stream... Yeah. If I get off stream at 10, I'm going to be like, I don't want to pack. It's too late. And also, I'm kind of hungry and haven't eaten dinner, so... I should probably do that because otherwise I'm going to be really awful first thing in the morning. All right, well, good Met Gala, everyone. Rock on. I also promised my friend that I'd post the Met Gala VODs, which I haven't posted VODs in 8 million years. I know no one actually gives a fuck about them or watches them, but which is why I stopped. But I care about getting them at least on my YouTube unlisted. If not posted, by God, I save every single one. Yeah, gotta eat, I guess. But yeah, so tomorrow, no dice, and maybe even Saturday, depending on what we get up to on Saturday. We might be home a lot later than I thought we were going to be. But we really gotta kick it in high gear for the reading the book, because it was due. So I had to force renew it because I work at the library, so I get to break the rules. So I went into the system and renewed it for myself, so now I have it for another month. But what was I saying? I don't know. Bug looks so cute. I love you, doggy. Anyway, yeah. So, next week, we're really gonna get in there. We're gonna knock this shit out of the park. I agree. And also, there are so many different versions of the book to get on that, like, on the Interlibrary Loan website. If they really want it, they can check it out through the Interlibrary Loan, like I did. So, also the town that it shipped in from, I think, is pretty rural and small. So the only reason I know where it's at is because my friend is from there. But anyway, I will see everybody not tomorrow, maybe not Saturday. I'll try, but no promises. And if I do get here, I'll probably read, and then I'll take some of Sunday to try and fix Bully, so we'll be ready for next Saturday. I'm really sorry that Bully has been going so bad. Like, the end of the semester was very rough. Like, right when Bully season started was when the semester started getting really shitty. Well, no. It was right after spring break, but I had, like, bounced back after spring break, but then I didn't bounce back again. Like, I fell behind, and it was one big nightmare, but I will play Bully this year. I promise. It'll just probably be pushed a little bit deeper into the summer. Especially, well, at this point, I don't even know that I want to start it because I'm going to be going to Italy soon, and I won't be able to stream that in Italy. I'll have to figure out something to do in Italy. I would like to stream while I'm there. I just won't be able to do that much. Like, it'll mostly be talking, I think. Not sure. We will certainly see what I come up with. Maybe, words on stream? That one's kind of boring. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure something out. 'Cause I don't know that it'll be that good. So I might stop streaming pretty early on. We will see. But that is the goal. Is I don't want to drop off the face of the earth for almost a month because I've been trying to get back in the groove, and I want to be back in the groove. I want to be here. It's just very difficult. There's a lot of obstacles. So, yes. Anyway, I will see everybody when I see you. Sorry, I'm not 100% sure. I will try to keep you posted to the best of my ability. But fuck, no promises. Godspeed there. I love you.